Right, you guys, we will be making the half square triangle. I made one already. You can see I haven't weaved in my ends or anything, but this is the half square triangle. We have where we have the solid over here and we have a multicolor over here. And this is just something that I'm working on, so I have a multicolor over there, but you can, any color that you prefer. I'm going to show you how to make it. So you're going to need 2 colors of yarn, different colors of yarn, and let me go make my slip knot. And I am a left-handed crocheter, you guys. If you are subscribed to my channel, or if you come across my channel, I am a left-handed crocheter, but I do want to encourage you to let you know that the technique of crochet never change. It doesn't matter what hand that you are using. Just if you pay attention to the technique, you will get it. Okay, so I did my slip knot. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to slide that out the way right there. Okay, and so now we want to slip stitch into our first stitch right here, first chain. And we want to make a ring, so we want to just bring that straight through. Okay, and we want to chain 2. 1, 2. And that creates a ring. Okay, you can see it. Okay, and so now inside this ring, we are going to put 2 more double crochets inside this ring. So 1 and 2. Okay, and now what we're going to do, we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. So we're going to do this again. We're going to put 3 double crochets inside the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so basically what we have is a half part of a granny square, right? So we want to chain 1, and at this point we want to bring in our second color. Okay, so my second color, let me find my end of my yarn here. Here it is. I'm going to turn you around. Let's turn everybody around. There we go. Okay, and so now we want to join our yarn. And so however you join your yarn, I just join mine like that. Just slip stitch it in. And then you want to chain 1. Okay? And so you have something that looks like this. You have actually chain 2 space. And now what you want to do, you want to move your first yarns all out the way. Okay, let's push all that back. Let's grab our second yarn, and we're going to finish off our double crochet. So now inside our ring we want to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and you see this is our chain 2 space right here. So now we want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we want to put another 3 double crochets inside the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we want to, I usually tighten that up. And so we want to come to our first chain, our first stitch up here, just right here, and we want to slip stitch. Okay, so you want to slip stitch. Okay, so now once you slip stitch, you want to turn your work. I'm going to do that again. This is the front, and we want to turn our work to the back, and we want to slip stitch inside this space. Come up, I'm going to slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 2. 1 and 2. Okay, and we're going to put 1 double crochet inside of this space. Now we have 3 spaces, I'm sorry, not space, we have 3 stitches that we're going to put 3 double crochets in. So 1, 2, and 3. So here's the first one, double crochet, our second one, and our third one. Okay, now we've come to our space, and we want to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets inside of this space. 1, 2, we're going to chain 2, then another, and another. There we are. So we have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And so we're working like we worked on this side right here. We are going to put 3 double crochets in each one of our stitches. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3. Okay, so now we're at one of our spaces. Okay, so you want to chain 2, I'm sorry, you want to put 2 double crochets inside of this space. 1 and 2. Okay, now you want to chain 2. And so you want to drop this yarn, your second yarn, and you want to pick up your first yarn. Okay, and so now you want to basically join this to your stitch, to your double crochet. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, and you just want to slip it through like that. Okay, and pull on your yarn, so you would have this right here. And so now by pulling this, it doesn't disappear, but it doesn't show as much as when you put your 2 double crochets in there. So let's put 2 double crochets, yarn over, there's 1 and 2. And as you can see, we have our 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Okay, and we're going to, what we did before, we have 3 stitches here, and so we're going to put 3 double crochets in these stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we'll come, and we're gonna, right here we'll be putting 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in this stitch right here. So 1, 2, 2, give me some yarn, and then 1, 2, and then one double crochet and another double crochet. So we have one double crochet and then another, so 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And so we are almost around and so we have our 3 again, our 3 double crochets and our 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Now your third one right here is where you joined your second yarn at, okay? So yarn over and you want to put right there in that stitch. Give me some more yarn. And you want to yarn over and there's your 3. And so now in this space you want to put 2 double crochets, chain 2. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and now where your first chain was, your first stitch, you want to slip stitch in that stitch. And there we are. So let's cut our threads. Get my scissors. Let's cut that. And that second yarn, I'm going to go ahead and tie this. And there we are, you guys. You weave in your ends. So on this side right here, you have your solid, and on this side over here, you have your multicolored. And it's going to go like this. Okay, so now let's do the granny square. I'm going to do that in the cream color. I wanted to do that for you guys in the cream color. Here we go. So let's slide all of our green out the way here. So the same, I do a slip knot. So however you do your slip knot. Okay, smooth us out the way. And so the granny square, I chain 4. And it's just like when we did the half square triangle. Let me get me some yarn, guys. We are going to slip stitch into the first chain, making a ring. We're going to come up, bring it through, and we're going to chain 2. Now in this one, we're going to go all the way around. We're not going to do half like we did the half double crochet. So we're going to put 3 double crochets inside the ring. Did I say 3? I mean 2. Because our chain 2 is our first double crochet. There we go. And then you want to chain 2. And you want to do another 3 double crochets inside your ring. 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 2. Okay, another 3 double crochets in your chain, and you're going to do this like a total of 4 times. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. So we want to chain 2 and put in your 3 double crochets. Just 2, and then 3. Okay. And so we have our 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and you want to slip stitch in your first stitch. And there we have it. And I always look for the cross when I am doing the granny. So now we want to chain 2, 1 and 2, and where you slip stitched, this would only happen when you slip stitch that, you want to put a double crochet in that same stitch where you slip stitched that. So 1 and 2. So your first one would be 2 double crochets because your chain 2 is your third or your first double crochet. And then when we come over here, we'll put 2 double crochets inside of our space, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, and then we want to put our 2 chains, then 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And so we need to put our 3 double crochets, and if you scoot that over a little bit, guys, you can see where your stitch go. It goes right there. Okay, so sometimes you might have to scoot it and sometimes you don't. It is actually visible sometimes. So let's put our double crochet right there. That's 1, that's 2, and 3. And we're back to our space. So we want to put our 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in this space. And the last one here. And we want to do our 3 double crochets in our 3 stitches. I'm going to slide that over so I can get to my stitch there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're back at our space again. So we put in 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in this space. There we go. All right, and so now we're almost around, we're almost there, and so now we want to put our double crochets, our 3 double crochets inside our 3 stitches. Forgive me, guys, if you can hear this noise. I think it's the airplane that's going over my home. So 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, and we are back to our last space. And as you guys can, I'm totally sure you can see it forming. And so we at our last space, and so we're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets inside of this space. So 1 and 2, chain 2. There we go. More yarn, and put our last double crochet in there, and we find your first stitch, and we want to slip stitch inside of there, and we are going to, and we're all done, you guys. Look how pretty, and we're all done. Okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you was able to see and understand everything, okay? And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.